And it's time now for Hate Mail Monday.
It's time for Howie Carr's Hate Mail Monday. Let the hate flow through you.
Man, we can write the next version of the Blue Anon thing right here, right off the text line here. Another Blue Anon conspiracy. When President Trump didn't go to one of the war cemeteries in Europe, that was The Atlantic, a formerly respected news magazine. Now it's a blog site, basically. They reported that, and it's because he hates the military and thinks they're all losers. In actuality, his security people told him it was dangerous for him to travel via Marine One due to bad weather. Yeah, even John Bolton, who hates him, said that story was total nonsense. But it was promoted for months by Blue Anon, the conspiracy theorists in the mainstream media.
A lot of anonymous sources in that story.
A lot of anonymous sources in all of these stories we've been talking about.
Yeah, the anonymous sources are big fans of Blue Anon. I can attest to that.
All right. Okay. So what we do here is Grace goes and gets all of the fan mail and MASH notes and all of the wonderful voicemails that people leave me and her to a degree over the week about the shows and also about our columns and postings wherever, appearances on TV, et cetera, et cetera. But because there's so much love coming in all the time.
Well, yeah, Howie, especially when you're writing like 4 columns a week. I mean, you're giving me a lot of material here. I will say you get more of the written hate mail this week, and then we're kind of even on the hate-filled voicemails. Let's start with the one. I like to start with the strongest because it puts Howie on the defensive the most. And I think this one will do it. This is cut 3, Howie Pedestrian.
Hi, this is Howie Carr, and I have a pedestrian work ethic. Kayla will be taking over the show again this Friday at 4 o'clock as I take yet another early slide to go eat chocolate cake and drool over Donald Trump.
When was the last time I took an early slide at 4 p.m., Grace?
Yeah, 4 p.m. is a little early.
Try never?
The cake part adds up.
I left at 6 o'clock because I had to have dinner with a business associate. And that was like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Howie, this is exactly why I played this one first, because I knew it was going to get under your skin. All right. And now Howie,
especially when it's Charlie Parker, who's in Florida today. Charlie, get back to Massachusetts. People are waiting in line at the Natick Mall and Fenway Park and Gillette Stadium.
Howie, now I don't want to appear as a hater, but it would seem your Charlie Baker is slowly morphing into Biff Buffington. The two of them have a lot in common. All right, now Howie, you wrote a column about the HR 1 bill for the People Act, I think it's being called. And this person commented, well, Howie, after 4 years of relentless GOP voter suppression, overreach and hypocrisy, what did you think the reaction was going to be? Trump only voted by mail for decades while accusing anyone he didn't like who did the same of engaging in voter fraud. The traitorous GOP is only reaping what they sowed.
How was the GOP suppressing votes in the last 4 years, by the way? What can I have a citation for that? Can we have some evidence? Or is this more? Okay, thank you. I thought as much. Okay.
It might be anecdotal. Another person writes, I think it's wonderful and that you are such a wine bag. I love it. I told every one of you Trump swabs he was going down. You all had so much mouth and bravado. You are deaf, dumb, and blind. Deal with it.
Does she have a job? Why am I saying she? It's a she. I just have a feeling it's a she.
Actually, sir.
It is a she or a he?
It's a he.
How dare you?
It's a he. Speaking of women, some people aren't loving this girl right here, Grace Curley. So let's do cut 4.
Yeah, could I get some better writers or producers or whatever? And please dump that Grace Curley. She's just this a poor example of females. She sounds kind of like a bimbo the way she speaks.
I'm a poor example of females. I think the most hurtful part of that voicemail is when she's trying to put her words together and she goes, she's just, I don't want to be,
She could use some better writers for that hate mail.
Exactly. Thank you, Taylor. Another person writes under Howie's column, Howie, the Karen of the MAGA world.
What? You think I'm the only one that's complaining about HR1 and all of the other crap that they're throwing up there? I don't think so. I don't even think I'm like in the top 10 for Karens of complaining about this stuff.
We shall see, sir. Another person says, what kind of man runs? This is your headline, Howie, was about Karen's cowering.
Oh, that's right. This is the one when I said it's become a cult, and it's and that it's like a religion. And now the religion is starting to fall apart because they predicted the end of the world so many times and nothing's happened, that the congregation is starting to drift off.
Well, Howie, some of the devout followers read this column and they weren't happy.
And are they ready to burn me at the stake, Grace?
They want you to repent.
You know what, Grace? You can't call me a backslider because I never believed in it to begin with.
No, you didn't. No, I know. I give you that. I definitely give you that. This person, Paul, who clearly practices, he says...
Is he devout, Grace?
He's devout. He's in this. He says, what kind of man runs a headline like that? First of all, in your defense, Howie, we don't write the headlines, but that's neither here nor there. He says, what kind of man runs a headline like that? It's as childish as Trump and his immature name calling. I don't see them cowering. I see they kicked the right's bleep and took power back. It's nice to have adults back in charge. Can we actually, Taylor, just for the sake of this comment, could we play Biden explaining the COVID?
Exactly. That great minds think alike, Grace. That's exactly. Okay, here are the adults that are now in charge.
Vast
Just in case,
majority of economists, left, right, and center, from Wall Street to the private economic polling initiatives.
Doesn't it bring you comfort and confidence to know that that's the adult in charge?
I think that, as I said earlier, Grace, I think that the average high school graduate knows that when you say from Wall Street to, the next two words are Main Street, right?
Well, you know who loves Main Street? Who says it all the time, Howie? And I noticed this after months and months of watching press conferences.
Who?
Karen Polito. She says on Main Street all the time. So maybe he needs to listen to a couple of her press conferences.
I don't think that would help him too much, actually.
Okay, guys, Hate Mail Monday is brought to you by Piantadosi Baking Company, celebrating over 100 years of baking excellence since 1916. Truly the best bread. It's so delicious. Make sure you check them out at your local markets because you will not be disappointed. You will keep going back and buying more. We have a few more here, Howie. I'm going to play, here we go. Oh, once again, you're being called a Karen, which I know you hate, but it is hate mail. So cut two.
Hey, Captain Karen. I can't wait for you to be deplatformed from the radio. Go belly up.
Go belly up.
Wow. All these guys, that guy doesn't sound like he has a trust fund, but he must. Or either that or he's on SSDI. He's one of the people that during the Trump administration did not find his way off of the SSI mammary.
Howie, another person wrote in your Karen Cowering column.
You see, have you noticed, Grace? That thing is still like at the top of the Herald after 3 or 4 days. That really drew blood. That column.
No, I didn't notice. I don't check the rankings.
No,
I'm just kidding. I do. I might be number 8 right now, but who's counting? Another person wrote, Howie Carr, the real incredible shrinking man. This is my favorite hate mail of the day because it's just so poetic. Okay, here we go. Howie Carr, the real incredible shrinking man. Most people don't know he still exists, but if you really look and use high-powered magnification, you can still see the slimy little speck that is Howie Carr, eaten by his own bile and reduced nearly to nothingness. That's pretty
Except
good.
for the part about being slimy. I don't mind. I would love to be the invisible man. It would be nice not to have to worry about anything like that, you know? Claude Rains had a pretty good pretty good run there in that movie, didn't he?
Yeah, but the bile's just where it loses you a little bit.
The Invisible Man.
Howie Carr.
That's me. Think of me as Lamont Cranston. I have the power to cloud men's minds. I could become invisible. The Shadow knows.
Oh, God. Okay. And lastly, this is one more for me, Howie, in voicemails. This lady calls in a lot. She's not Granny, but she kind of sounds like her. This is called Hay is for Horses, cut 1.
This message is for Grace because it won't go on the Trump line. She never puts anything on that women say on the radio about her. Stop saying, hey, Howie. It's very unprofessional and very unladylike, Grace. Come on, get some class, would you? Please don't say, hey is for horses.
Why are the women coming after you? One of them called you a bimbo, and then this one said that you're not ladylike. Why are you, is this confirming the sexist stereotypes, Grace, of catfighting among females?
Hey, Howie. I don't know. I really don't know. It's interesting, but I love that lady because one time she called me up and I think she owns horses, and she talked about how I don't understand hard work because she cleans the stables for her horses, and I'll never understand that. So to her, I say, hey, how's it going? Howie, that's all the hate mail.
Is her name Mrs. Wilbur? Oh, Mrs. Wilbur, give me some more oats.
You know, Howie, I have to say, this hate mail has really included a lot of good voices. Besides John Kerry, in your Australian accent, we've kind of hit everything.
Thank you, Grace. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Pantadosi Bacon Company, as well.
Yes, thank you. All right, Grace, thank you for being with us, and we'll take your calls when we come back at 844-500-4242, and anyone named Wilbur will go to the front of the line. I've been on BalanceSeven for 2 weeks now, and I cannot believe my energy. I've been feeling so good that some days I go for 3 bike rides. That's on the weekends. Now you ask, what is BalanceSeven? BalanceSeven is a clear mineral liquid you take 3 times a day to break down the acid in your body. You feel better, and I personally sleep better. It also reduces acid reflux and heartburn. Often I'm asked to try products and could be very skeptical of the claims, but with BalanceSeven, it was all 100% true. With BalanceSeven, I don't feel my energy starting to flag as the day wears on. By allowing me to sleep better at night, I have more mental clarity during the day. BalanceSeven is a highly alkalizing concentrate. That means it reduces the acids that have built up in your body over time. All you do is drink a small shot of the liquid 3 times a day, and you will feel the difference. BalanceSeven is made of safe, all-natural ingredients. If you suffer from heartburn, acid reflux, or sleep issues, give BalanceSeven a try. BalanceSeven is made in America and has sold over 6 million units worldwide. Order any of the 1-month supply and put in code word Howie. You'll save $10 and get free shipping. That's BalanceSeven, the number 7.com. BalanceSeven.com, code word Howie. I'm Howie Carr.
Follow Howie on Twitter @HowieCarrShow. You won't regret it.